in listen-only mode.
Good evening, and welcome to Convention Fashion 101 webinar. My name is Amanda Rufo, and I will be your technical producer and moderator this evening. This webinar will be presented by Libby Ritu, Chapter Support and Educational Programming. Our goal is to feel more confident on what to wear to each session and what to pack for convention. Before we start the presentation, let's take a moment to ensure that everyone is ready and familiar with the webinar control panel. On the right side of your screen, you will see the attendee control panel, and on the left is the webinar viewer window. This viewer window will display the presenter's screen when the webinar begins. The control panel can be minimized or expanded by clicking on the horizontal double arrow button in the upper left corner. Minimizing the panel allows for a better view of the presentation. Take a moment to practice. An important feature of the control panel is the questions pane. To submit a question, type it into the question box. These may be questions related to the presentation or technical questions related to the GoToWebinar system. Questions may be submitted at any time. These will be monitored, and we will try to respond quickly if we see something that shouldn't wait until a question and answer period. This webinar is being recorded, and the online archive will be available to view on the Kappa website in approximately 2 weeks. And now I'd like to hand the virtual microphone over to Libby.
Thanks, Amanda. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Convention Fashion 101. I'm really excited that you're here. This is probably going to be the shortest webinar you ever attend, so I promise that I'll make it short and sweet, and you can get on with your evening. We are at the countdown of 6 weeks until convention. I've already started shopping. I hope some of you have as well. And let's get started. So again, my name is Livy Ritu. I went to Virginia Tech, and I work at headquarters as chapter support and educational programming at fraternity headquarters. But my street cred for this webinar is that I majored in fashion in college. So I'm really excited to use my degree a little bit of just doing some online shopping and pull some things together for all of you tonight. So here's our agenda for the evening. What to expect, a schedule events. You'll have a schedule events also in the materials you receive when you get to convention, but just so you have an idea of what the days are going to look like, what the dress code is, and especially what not to wear. And I'll have some tips and tricks for you as well, and some shopping ideas to finish up. So what to expect for convention? Lots of things. Owls, keys, fleur-de-lis, lots of Kappa themed jewelry, especially in the marketplace. You'll be able, the Blue Owl Boutique, you'll see a lot of stuff for sale, and also many women who are convention habitués will have plenty of stuff that they'll be wearing. You'll see lots of blue and blue and lots of white on white, which we'll talk about a little bit later. Lots of acronyms. If you are newer to the Kappa world, we love acronyms, so hopefully you'll brush up on those before you come to convention. The convention center is really usually chilly. It's Houston. It's gonna be really hot. They usually keep the thermostat around 65, so you'll want to have a cardigan or a sweater with you at all times. Just it can get really cold in the big auditoriums that we'll be in. You will have some costume changes for convention. There are some changes here and there during the day, as well as for the evening. Dinners will be different. And don't forget your badge. I still have to order mine. I lost mine a few years ago at graduation and have not replaced it yet, but I will be doing so before I go to convention. So hopefully you will find your badge and bring it as well. So here's our schedule of events. You'll be arriving on Wednesday, getting situated, and then we have our regional dinner and parade of flags, which that's Western themed. The theme for a convention is deep in the heart of Kappa, deep in the heart of the South. So we'll have a Western theme for dinner, which I'll talk about a little bit more what that looks like in a few moments. Then on Thursday, that opening business meeting is all white. So that's the all white that you've been hearing about, as well as a Panhellenic luncheon, the education sessions. They're both business casual, and then sundress attire for the celebration of excellence. So it's kind of like a nice sundress for like a nice barbecue. For Friday, again, we'll have business meetings and educational sessions. Again, they'll be business casual. The President's Dinner is evening attire for dressy, and I have examples for these in a little bit to show all of you. And Saturday, the memorial service is all white, but then you can wear white the rest of the day if you choose, but you can also change if you'd like as well. Some people don't feel like wearing white all day every day, so you can change or just throw on a colored cardigan or something, or a belt to change it up. And then that closing business meeting is all white as well. We will have more educational sessions, which are business casual, and then the candlelight banquet, which is our last dinner, is semi-formal. So for our Western theme, it's cowgirl chic, but no jeans. So we're just asking no jean pants. A jean jacket is fine. A denim skirt is fine. Just no denim pants. So a chambray shirt is great. As you can see, the girl's wearing a sundress with boots and a nice necklace. That's perfect. Also, cowgirl hats, cowboy hats. If you have them, please bring them. That look great. Um, White denim is okay for this night as well, but just not denim pants. But I'll be wearing a white denim skirt. That's what I plan on wearing. Amanda, do we have any questions so far?
Not right now.
Okay, awesome. For our business casual meetings, here are some options for you of pants and a blouse and a cardigan, or a skirt, shirt, and cardigan, or a dress and a jacket. Notice they're all wearing something to cover their shoulders because it's going to be cold in there. You can wear something sleeveless, but you probably will want something else. So just an idea of what business casual looks like in the Kappa world for what we'll be expecting to see of you. And here are some women from a previous convention in that all white business meeting attire. As you can see, some of them are in dresses, some are in pants and blouses, perfectly fine. Everybody looks great. And also white shoes. So as you can see, these girls, these look like collegiate women. The white shoes are also important. So no tan or nude. The white sandals are probably your best bet. Nobody really wants white pumps, but you can do that if you like. And here's for that evening wear. As I mentioned earlier, the nights as they progress, they get dressier. So that sundress and the evening, the semi-formal. Just think of it as kind of a progressive dinner each night. It gets a little bit nicer, a little bit dressier. Here are some girls from, I don't know which night exactly this is from, but probably either the candlelight dinner or the celebration of excellence, something a little bit nicer to um, just for the evening. Everybody looks great. Dresses are at appropriate length. Nothing's hanging out. Things like that. And here are some reminders for the dress code. You'll be wearing white, so please remember nude and appropriate garments. So nude underwear, Spanx, nude camisoles, whatever you need to make sure that nothing's hanging out or showing, or colored floral underwear, anything like that. You're going to be standing and walking around a lot. The convention center is huge. We are a group of 1,200 women at this event, so we do have to have big spaces. So you'll want comfortable shoes to be walking around in. If you want to have sneakers to walk around in between, that's fine. But please make sure that your shoes are well broken in before you come to convention. It's probably not the best time to try out a brand new pair of shoes. If you are the delegate for your chapter for the Parade of Flags, you are going to be walking on a platform. So keep that in mind with what you choose to wear with a longer dress or skirt, because we can see up your dress or skirt if it's too short. Some other rules of thumb for your dresses: the fingertip rule. I know that does not work across the board. I have really long legs, so the fingertip rule is pretty high up my leg, but it's a good general rule of thumb. Or just think that if you're going to church or your grandparents' house, that's kind of dress code. Just keeping it modest, classic, looking really good. Nothing too tight, low cut, or see through, or all three. Shorts are only permitted after hours. So after the dinner, if you choose to go and hang out at the pool, or just go hang out in people's rooms, you can wear shorts then, but not during any of the sessions during the day. And remember that there will be other people at this convention, this hotel. So you're representing Kappa, and we are womanly and true. And so please just keep that in mind, that you are wearing our letters all the time, especially at this event that we have every 2 years. So here are some things for what not to wear. Denim jeans, even white ones. I love my white jeans, but convention's not the place for them. Keep that in mind. For shorts, at least a 3-inch inseam, so keep the butt cheeks in the shorts, not hanging out. Crop tops as well, are not okay for convention. And for the dressy nights, we want nice, modest dresses more so, rather than super high cut or low cut, and the cutouts and everything. If it's really short, the girl in the black dress, you can see she probably can't even sit down without her all her goodies hanging out. So just keep that in mind, and remember that there are some outfits even a blazer cannot save. So if you're wearing a crop top and put a blazer over it, that still is not going to work. And so if you need some ideas, we have been working on a Pinterest board. There's probably about 200 some pins on there. A lot of things I reference in this webinar on that Pinterest board. Check it out, pinterest.com/Kappa Kappa Gamma. We have a lot of great options for dresses, business casual, white wear, things like that. Just to get some ideas, Old Navy has some really great white eyelet dresses. I'm totally gonna plug them because you can get them for 30 bucks. They have a lot of really cute styles. I just got a few weeks ago. So, do we have any questions?
Yes, we
That's
do.
pretty much all I have. It's short and sweet. Awesome.
So we do have a couple questions. One is, are colored pants okay?
Sure. I will definitely be wearing colored pants for the does she mean for the business meetings? That's probably
She doesn't specify. So maybe, Amanda, if you could send me in a more clarifying question, that would be great. And then another question is, when you say all white, how formal is that?
They're gonna be business meetings, so business casual, but as you saw in the pictures, a lot of women wear like a nice sundress with a cardigan. That's probably what I'll be wearing, with white sandals. So it's not formal by any means, but just dressier.
Okay. And on Thursday, should we wear white all day, or will it be okay to change at some point during the day?
It is perfectly fine to change. And that brings up a great point of you might not have time to get up to your room in between sessions. There are 1,200 women. There's only so many elevators and staircases. So it might be in your best interest to bring a few things in your bag so you can pop into the bathroom and change if you'd like. Just keep that in mind that you might not be able to run to your room back and forth between sessions. It might be quite a bit of a hike. So,
And yes, Amanda clarified that she was speaking about for the business casual.
oh yeah, colored pants are totally okay. I'll be bringing blue and pink ones. So.
What is the difference between evening and semi-formal?
Um, Cocktail, you could also call it like cocktail attire, although this is an alcohol-free event. But just to get an idea of like little black dress would be appropriate for the last night, but then maybe something just in the middle of that sundress and little black dress for the second night or the middle night. I'm sorry, the evening.
And how often do girls wear heels? If I'm not wearing them, will I be out of place?
No, most definitely not. Many people wear flats throughout the day and flat sandals. I would err on the side of caution and bring both. You can wear heels if you want, but you might just want to save them for the evening dinner instead of just walking on heels all day because they are pretty long days. The breakfast starts before 8 o'clock and we'll be going all day. So you will not look out of place. Definitely, most definitely not.
And those are all the questions that we have.
Awesome. Well, if anybody has any other questions that you come up with, please feel free to email us at convention@kkg.org or just check it out on the website or check out the Pinterest board. Lots of great ideas. And we can't wait to see you in Houston. We're excited to be there and celebrate all the wonderful things of our organization.
Thank you to our presenter, Libby, for leading the session, and thank you for your participation tonight. If you have any questions or comments about tonight's topic, please email convention@kkg.org. If you'd like to be more involved in Kappa's virtual training and webinar programs, we would love to have you join our producer team. Please contact Karen Holmes at KKG headquarters for details. The benefits are excellent: the opportunity to support Kappa's webinar program and a front row seat at a great presentation. As we close the webinar, a survey will open on your screen. You'll be prompted to respond to a few evaluation questions. Please take a moment to share your thoughts on tonight's webinar. Your feedback will help us shape future webinar training events. If you have any additional questions or comments whatsoever, please send an email to Karen Holmes, kholmes@kkg.org. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.